Woody's Massive Tangent.
Oi, Matt Danyan.
Oi, Matt Danyan.
Matt Danyan.
Oi, Matt
Matt
Danyan.
Oi, Matt Danyan.
Oi, Matt Danyan.
Oi, Matt Danyan.
Woody.
Oi, Matt Danyan. Wow, that's beautiful. Hi, guys.
You know yourself, like propaganda does work on everybody, no matter how smart you are. Like
Joe Duffy retired. Oh, everyone.
Joe Duffy
Everyone.
retired.
Joe Duffy retired.
I feel like you're the least of us of all of us.
You're the least of us.
You're the
I'm
least
the least. I'm the least of us.
pathetic swine.
Yeah, one sec. You've it here on you.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. You've now.
And that's why
You've risen a bit in status. No, you're like the least of us that lives under a rock.
What?
If you get me, you
live under.
Hold on,
You guys have rocks.
Hold on, I'm gonna try and not speak like Yoda this time. You live under a rock less than any of us.
I know more about pop culture than
Yeah.
you. That's not true.
Yes, it
I
is.
know absolutely.
Who-
Fuck all about
Who
it.
in God's name is Joe Duffy?
He's a radio presenter. Like,
Yeah, but what does he do?
I think he gives out.
He gives out.
I think he listens to people give out.
Does he give out more than me?
I don't.
thought he
I
was
don't
the one-
actually know.
Okay.
I'm guessing
I thought he was the one that does give out.
he could be.
No, that's Damien Tiernan.
Yeah, but there can be more than one.
Oh,
like.
yeah, that's true.
No, there can be but one.
Oh, no. He disagrees.
Is that what happened? Damien Tiernan killed Joe Duffy because there could only be one.
Like we could go Google it, but I think it's more fun if we don't.
It's more fun if the people listening to this podcast go, these guys are fucking idiots. And then,
Yeah, good on you, Joe Duffy. By the way, great career.
yeah.
You done so much.
I love him. I love Joe Duffy. Big fan.
I actually do think he's loved by a lot.
Joe Duffy is.
He seems to be liked.
He's like the moral compass of Ireland, not in the sense of I don't know his own moral compasses, but he's meant to be. He's like Joe. He just get called Joe. The bins aren't being collected, Joe. And he's like, yeah, man.
Also,
yeah.
he is Damien
Yeah,
Tiernan.
yeah.
On a nationwide scale.
Yeah.
He's I was going to say he's the Irish Damien Tiernan, but then again, Damien Tiernan is very much Irish.
You said it perfectly. He's the national Damien Tiernan.
Yeah. I said it perfectly the first time. I keep fucking up.
Like, if you had to call him Joe Duffy, do you have any complaints that you would like? And they're always niche complaints.
that's
They're
good.
never
That's a
like
good question right there.
Niche complaint.
they're like on the border of being valid. They're like barely valid, like
Oh.
all the time.
Oh, that's a good one. Your
I'm
man
fairly
that keeps
content
parking
with
their
life,
space on
like.
a Tuesday. Come on, like
What?
the fella that parks in our parking space on a Tuesday. There's one woman actually that parks.
I wouldn't know.
She
I
works
wouldn't know
on the
about it.
fucking-
She works in the thing around the corner.
I know, yeah.
I-
But there's loads of parking space on the road. There's like 3 houses that have no people living in them, and she parks outside our door between 2 other cars that are always parked there. And just on a Tuesday, like it's when we get home from work, perfect home time. Gonna park, get in my house. It's raining, and her fucking car is right in front of our door.
You know what the worst thing is that she leaves at like 6:30 as well. So you come home, it's taken, and an hour later it's gone.
And her car is in bits, so in no way, shape, or form am I driving anywhere close to her car. No, their boat wing mirrors are smashed. There's dents in all 4 doors. It's crazy.
I actually one day was leaving the house. It was off. So it was like 2:00. I left the house. Her car was down on like the wall. You know, like where you park when there's no space. And I drove off and it's like, shit, forgot something. So I just parked up on the left instead of crossing back over the road. As I got out of my car and looked up, she was after getting into the car and she drove up into the parking space.
It's such like a minor inconvenience, though. It's like I have to walk an extra 5 seconds. It's such a small complaint that it's not enough to actually complain about it. Like you can't really complain about it, but mentally, I'm fatigued after thinking about it.
Craig, that's the beauty of Joe Duffy.
Yeah,
you as a caller, you can't admit that now. You're in, and then Joe has to be like, you have to like continue that's the biggest issue in the whole
Your entire
world.
life.
And then Joe comes in like he's half listening to you, but he has to still like appease you. So he's like,
what do you mean he's half
Craig,
listening?
yeah.
Why
And
is he
then-
half? It's his job. No,
because he'd be like, no,
is he
always half
listening?
listening. He's like, yeah, and have you tried contacting the council? Craig? And then you say something, and he's like, right. Well, we have another caller.
I want this man's job. That sounds great.
Joe Duffy sounds like the hero we all need. Like.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Marvel superhero.
He's like our hero, but he doesn't really care.
Yeah,
he does care, but he's like, what do you want me to do about it? But like, we're ringing him to do something about it. Like.
He's like a therapist for problems that aren't actually problems.
It's always like 3:00 on a Wednesday, and you're like, the fuck are you?
No, someone's actually just in work. It's like, yeah. Talking to Joe Duffy, sorry, busy.
I'm sure that's a valid excuse to not work though in any job in Ireland.
Yeah, I feel like most people
Like your boss comes over to you like, lad, get off your phone. It's like, I'm talking to Joe Duffy right now.
Sorry, to be fair, I think the boss would be like, what are you talking to him about?
Tell him about my bins. Yeah. How was your gig last night?
Sometimes maybe good.
Sometimes maybe good, yeah.
Sometimes maybe shit.
First 40 minutes, weird, okay, but weird. Sounded really weird.
Yeah, sound was funky.
What was wrong with sound? Was it like muddy or what?
Bass
It's just settings.
Bass
Yeah.
settings where there was just something off, and there was a compressor on. Didn't know. Turned off the compressor. Like, I didn't even turn it off. I actually turned it down like the tiniest bit, and Dempsey changed something on his pedal board. And then, oh wow, we sound like normal again, and just straight back to playing. So bass tone is like essential for
Yeah,
three-piece
for
because
those
it's like it's literally 30% of the noise.
Yeah.
And through the PA, it's like 50% of the noise because the other 50% is like 25% vocals, 25% guitar, and then I want bass fucking hitting zero on every single time you hit a note, like, you know.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
You did sound fucking amazing at the last gig that I saw you.
That was actually one of our better gigs.
Yeah, that went well. Yeah.
All
As a
right.
3-piece.
All right,
As
boy.
a 3-piece.
That was the best gig I've ever performed at. I don't know why. I just felt so good.
That's a good question. What's your favorite gig you've ever done? I know mine.
Fuck.
Do you know what? I actually
don't
really
know,
enjoy
man.
the Tully's gigs.
I think, like,
really
the
enjoy
Tully's
Tully's
gigs
gigs.
are fun.
They're great crack. Like I feel like
it's hard to
early-
say just one though, because like, Woody
No.
have done so many gigs. Like last year alone, how many gigs did we do? Somewhere between
Yeah.
50 and 100. Like,
I have two really like that stick out, like for cover and for original. Like the Bank Lane gig, I fucking loved, just cause of the amount of people that were there.
Yeah,
for our
great fucking
music,
turnout. I think like
and it sounded good.
yeah.
And then the Shranks. The Shranks
Oh,
was such a fucking night.
I think like it as like that because that wasn't Woody. I feel like that was my favorite gig to ever do. Even
Yeah.
though like I was on the stage for the entire night, so I had no break. So that just felt like a gig. I didn't get to relax. I didn't get to leave. I was just stuck there singing for fucking 2 hours.
Were you
So
the
if-
only one?
I was the only person that was on the stage the entire night.
Yeah, I think
So
you were.
I
the
was
only
under
person.
severe pressure trying to learn all of the songs.
Did Lobster not stay up for the whole thing?
Lobster got off for like 2, I think. He was like, right, lads, go for pints. And then he just went. But then he
Yeah.
came back. Yeah. So he was actually there for pretty much the entire time too. But that was like, I think that was just the best gig in general because it was just like
Yeah.
great crack. There was like, even though like I felt like there was loads of pressure on me, there wasn't really much pressure because it was just like, it was just funny. Like it was stupid and silly.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
you know.
dressed as
Like nobody
Lord
was there
Farquaad.
for
Just as
the
Lord
quality of
Farquaad,
the
yeah.
sound.
No,
it
no.
was for like.
But it sounded
What was-
fucking great.
It
It was
did.
just like, it didn't matter. Like,
I could just gig with those lads all day, every day. They're
those
such
boys are
crack.
fucking-
Like, I
yeah,
love
yeah,
Two-Tone
absolutely.
Charlie
I
lads.
think I Need a Hero when Luke came on for that. I could be wrong. I think it might have been that song, but he was outside and I was like, where the fuck is Luke? Like, we're doing I Need a Hero. And I seen him. I was like, it's your time. He was like, it's my time. Fucking dressed as Puss in Boots.
Man.
yeah, no, that was, I think that was my favorite gig ever in general.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like as Woody, I think it's different then because obviously that was Woody plus Green Cusack plus Two-Time Charlie.
Yeah.
Do you know, so it was
Yeah.
big band. Like,
Did
know.
you mean just Woody or like ever?
I said it was an open question.
Oh,
to
well,
be
then
fair.
that.
Well,
that
then
100%.
that, yeah,
like,
yeah,
there's no
absolutely.
doubt there.
It was an open question.
Because that felt more like a session
Yeah.
than
That
like,
was, but
playing-
it was a session. Like by the end of the
Not
night,
like
I
a-
was twisted. Like,
yeah, not a music session, like an actual session.
I mean, you know, it's a good gig when you go from the Proclaimers to the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
And then back to fucking like, you know, I Need a Hero. Like fucking Bonnie Taylor. Like what?
We really covered all ground there.
Yeah.
It's, like I don't know how, right? But like Chuck played half like the bass songs. I played half the bass songs. I was up there for the majority of the night. I don't know what I'd done for the other parts of that.
I think you were just there having a crack with us, like you were dancing, doing backing vocals, and you did leave.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, mind that seat now. It's kind of hard to sit in.
Oh, the diva's out.
What's back?
We have upset him.
Yeah, that was just some crack. And then fucking like I don't know what song it was. Turned around and Conor Walsh just standing there with a fucking what are they called? The casa
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, what's that noise? And I turned around and just see Conor like okay.
Man was like he rocked up like Inspector Gadget, like, he ripped out a bunch of random
briefcase
objects
full of shit, yeah. And
He
it
came
sounded
like
so
halfway
good.
through the gig as well. He showed up dressed as one of the 3 blind mice.
So good, like
He just like did everything. He was like, he's on guitar one second, he's on drums the next second.
yeah.
I have a picture on my phone. It's one of my favorite pictures, and it's me, Chuck, and Connor, but we're not looking in any
each other,
direction.
Yeah, I have that picture as well. So, yeah, we need to do another one of those. Maybe
Yeah.
one a year or something.
Muscadon Dishka, I think we should get that. We seem to
Yeah.
always get Paddy's Day and Halloween.
Yeah,
Because we're the
yeah.
only band that actually put in effort. Like,
Yeah, we'll dress up.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, we've done
No
Halloween
matter how fucking
and
stupid
Paddy's
we
Day
look.
every year. in
every
Ishka. Yeah.
fucking one year we went as the Irish flag.
Oh
That
god.
was dangerous for our career.
I was fucking terrifying looking as well because I was the white part.
My
I was
lower
pieced
half
between
was
cottonlicks and prosties.
suctioned in that fucking spandex suit. Like, oh my god, I didn't know it was till after I got home and looked down and went, I hope I did not look like that for the
Man
whole
was
night. And Alex was like, you did. That little pocket was not covering shit.
Sure, that
Craig
was
played
the
with
most.
his guitar lower for the whole
That was the most women that was ever at one of our gigs,
Oh god.
and they were not looking at anything else.
Awful.
Do you like
there
the
was-
stand?
there was
I do,
actually-
yeah.
There was a couple of interesting characters in Tully's last night now. There was one stage, and now to be fair, she was having a good time. She actually wasn't putting out, but she was just really close to me. We were like gigging, and there was a woman beside me dancing, but like,
Oh yeah.
like I was looking this way. I was like making sure not to make eye contact, but like at the end of the song, she just go, "Woo!"
Remember the last day in Ishkabash where you had a little fan base?
Oh lad, Christ on a bike.
That's what you get for standing too close to the door.
Ah yeah.
I moved right over towards you as well, so I actually pushed you more towards that group. Well, not even that group, but that woman and the
group were
beside you.
actually fine.
No,
The
the
group,
group side,
because
yeah,
the
yeah,
group
yeah.
were
They were
like
singing
we
and
need to
everything,
give
they were
them
fucking-
space.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the group of middle-aged women were great. I'm on about the one that came up to you and you slapped her phone out of her hand.
Well, hey, that's out of context. She grabbed the
yeah.
microphone and screamed
know.
into it, and I ripped the microphone out of her hand, and her phone so happened to be there.
Yeah.
Sure, Jack was like, hey. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Jack immediately got onto her. Like,
I know.
Don't
I'm
do
not
that
gonna
again.
lie. My favorite part about that was like her having to crawl in to where Craig was
Under
to
you,
get
yeah.
his phone, to get her phone.
oh yeah.
I
that was
didn't
so
even
funny.
notice that until after. I was so distracted by Jack shouting that I was like, what's going on?
She-
I looked
she
back and
like-
she was just like getting up and I was like, she just changed my
Yeah, to be
pedal
fair,
settings.
she
came
said,
in-
she said sorry like 3-4 times.
Like I was watching her do that, and she came in with such confidence that I was like, "Oh, she's obviously one of like Dempsey's cousins or something. She must know him well." Like,
No.
and then I saw her phone go flying. I was like, "He does not know her."
Yeah, nah. Like you just don't do that. Like.
Yeah, people like bank holidays.
Bank holidays are always great.
yeah,
crack,
it
yeah.
is.
People
It's the
are so
second
drunk.
bank holiday in like 2 weeks.
But you know what's funny as well? Around bank holidays, after, like say last night, it's always so fucking dead because there's no point in like, I don't know, well, not no point in having big band, but like bank holidays are the only really time of year that like big bands should really be playing. Not should, but like, you know, you have enough people in there that's going to kill the sound a little bit.
Yeah.
Like last night there was a few out, but it was quite loud up the front because there was so much open space and it wasn't really absorbing much of the sound. So it was
Yeah.
just like, we were just in the corner. Keane's whacking the crack. Like he was whacking the ride actually. It was the ride to it. And he was like, I turned around, he was just like, and I was like, hit that a bit softer. What are you beating it up for?
No, Keane had so much fun last night
Oh
playing
my
drums. He was
Oh my God.
smacking those
I
drums.
I was watching. I know it's what you said. I was watching the videos that names for the girls.
Oh,
Your one. I need to say her
will
name.
we say B? Benedict.
Okay, so I was looking at the stories that Benedict was posting, and that's exactly what it looked like. It was just empty, and Keane was just killing the drum.
Wailing the
I was
drum,
like
drum.
watching, going, my cymbals.
And do you know what's funny? Before the gig, I looked. He had your snare, the metal snare, and I went,
Oh gosh.
don't hit the drums too hard
far
tonight. And he was
from
like, yeah, no
Orion's.
bother. And then he just started fucking whacking it. And I was like, please no. Please no. And he's usually like able to control it so well. I don't know.
You know what's so
practice,
funny?
He
In
was just
sound check and stuff, he was using like
Brushes.
like the brushes. And we were like, me and Keane were jamming like nice melodic chill shit, and then he just like first song comes around, it's like he pulls out like fucking like 8-pound fucking drumsticks. He's like,
Yeah, because I had sound check done perfectly. A sound check without actually checking volume. I just like, level set it using the gain and stuff, and then put them all up to 0 or whatever, and turn back bass and guitar. And then we started playing, like, and it sounded perfect. And I was like, all right, we'll do a song for sound check. And immediately I started singing, and I just see the girls in the corner going, as in vocals up, like, and I was like, okay. And I turned them up, and then they were still like, I was just like, oh my God. And then he just kept hitting harder and harder. And I was like, oh my fucking, please, for the love of God.
you can hear yourself.
Drums is a weird one though. Like I always notice that with Fomorians when I'm playing drums. Like the drums are so loud. Like you're in the middle of that noise. You're sitting there in the middle of just noise.
Yeah.
And like there's faint music around it. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So there's no context. You can't hear if you're playing too loud or too quietly. Remember when we played that gig, the first gig with Connor in the Arches pub? Remember that? I was on kit and like you were all looking at me like I was insane. I didn't know why. I found out afterwards because I was hitting the drums so hard.
So
To be
hard.
fair though, Connor plays them so quietly.
It's like,
He plays them so that he can hear everything as loud as we can. So he's able to hear everything in the song, so he knows what's going on. But like, we're so used to being in small confined space and playing that it's like we can just hit him as hard as we want.
Like,
And
Connor's
I
very
genuinely
precise as well.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
doesn't need to do much.
I
groovy.
flinched when you hit the snare that night. I genuinely, I'm like,
But yeah, it was Connor's kit, I think, as well, and he tunes them so tightly because of how quietly he plays.
Yeah.
Whereas me and Keane tune them a bit looser than he would.
And that's it. Like,
Keane
remember,
tunes them very loose.
really, well, yeah, but like he has it like real tight because then he I suppose he have better control of the dynamic of it if it's really tight. Like if you hit it soft, it's still going to be loud enough that you hear it. But if you hit it hard, like you did that time, and you, especially across from it, like it rings out forever. Like I suppose, and you remember we were playing Ishka with him, and he was like, even we were doing that kind of little reggae thing, and he had it perfect because that's how it's
Yeah.
set up for reggae. Like it's obviously tuned
Yeah.
real tight, like so you get that kind of bounce to it.
He's a real lad that does everything perfect as well.
Yeah.
Like, he gets it all sorted, but like we're then like we're DIY culture.
Yeah.
So we're like we'll do the gig, and by the last song we'll have it figured out. You know?
you're gonna call a fucking farmer for a bit of skin, like.
Just like people tuning their kick drum to like specific notes. Like people do that. People
Oh, yeah.
actually
It's
tune
very
their
common.
kick
Like jazz,
and their
isn't it?
toms
Like-
and
Yeah,
stuff. To,
well, probably jazz. I don't know, but definitely in Motown.
and then we're like, oh, that sounds like fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Bassy.
Not enough boom in that. Let's loosen it
more
up.
boom, less A sharp,
Less
more
bap.
boom. Yeah,
Here's me like, boom.
yeah. Oh, I have this for you while he's looking. I got a new vinyl, and that's a sticker from the lads I got it from.
How do you check the questions on? There
Nice. I actually like
Through
this.
that on
This is
your
a nice
bass
sticker.
amp. Yeah.
This is a nice sticker.
I got it from that's a band I'm getting really into now, a death metal band, a blackened death metal band called Hate. So I had to do a bit of research, and I was like, Chat GPT, like, because metal's weird because everyone in it is kind of underground.
Gold black dust vinyl.
Yeah, I can't wait to open it. I only brought it here now.
What does that even mean?
Oh,
That's the color of it, the vinyl.
You open it and it's actually just dust. You pour it out.
It's like the briefcase in Pulp Fiction. Like,
You get one
it's
spin.
Marcellus Wallace's soul.
I like this. This is like, it's like a Romanesque fucking.
But yeah, I was getting really into them, so I had to, like, there's an issue in the metal community because like black metal and death metal is so underground that you don't need to go through all the checkpoints that celebrities need to get to make sure they're not a gobshite. So like there's a lot of like anti-Semites, a lot of like pedophiles, a lot of stuff in the metal community. in the bands that you listen to. So I had to like kind of like, and right wingers are a big issue, and like extremist right wingers. So I had to like, I was talking to ChatGPT, like, chat, talk to me about this Polish band Hate, because I'm starting to like them. Their name is Hate. So like, are they
Hateful.
do they have issues? And ChatGPT was like, no, they're actually like extreme leftists and are always criticizing the Polish government like nonstop. Right wing Polish government.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm going to buy all their vinyls and I'll give you stickers.
I love stickers. I want to put lots of stickers on my bass amp. There's nothing else to it.
That's his thing.
That's my thing.
No, he just has this like, it's just one of those autistic things where they get obsessed with something. His one is stickers.
Fair, I sticker on my guitar as well. We're all kind of stickers.
Yeah.
I got 2 Ton Charlie one like 4 years ago, and I was like, "That's it now." Boop. On, and then I was like, "Now I need more." So it was a
Stick a
stupid
tattoo.
shit.
You get one tattoo and you're like, huh, oh no.
Oh, I started talking to Jordan about the tattoo, the sleeve. So
Very good.
I'm passing ideas around now. So soon.
You're gonna just get full sleeve.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like getting like logos of albums by bands. I like same as what I'm doing, my leg going up and then filling all the like empty space with sleeve.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
Sleeve. Just coat sleeve.
yeah. I'm just going to get a sleeve
Tattooed
onto my arm so that I'll never be cold.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's good thinking.
The Adidas stripes.
What?
Adidas stripes. All the way down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have all the Celtic symbols down my spine, like all the pagan and no. Yeah, the Celtic symbols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who has the most tattoos? It was you, is it?
How many tattoos do you have?
Oh,
Because I'm ahead of you by 1 right now.
how many?
No, I have 9. I think you have 1 more than me.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on, I need to actually count.
I would.
No recollection.
All of mine are on my legs, and
7.
I would have to take my pants off to count them. So,
Count them.
I only 8.
oh god,
I was joking, but okay.
I only have 8.
Viewers are like, no!
Oh, he's driven in the corner.
Oh my god, look at those legs.
So we have a Patreon.
Exclusive access. I'll turn the camera right now.
OnlyFans/Woody.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, well, Dempsey is the most then.
I have 11.
you have 1 more than me. I have 10.
I told you I notched you by 1.
Bastard.
Yeah, I got a little.
I think I only have 8.
What the fuck is that? It looks like
God,
a
this got
sprinkle.
real romantic after Aaron
Thanks,
took off his
Dad.
pants.
Yeah, you didn't see what I saw.
OnlyFans.com/mypinkwood. It's a joke.
God,
but we
Oh,
don't
that
have a
sounds like
Patreon.
something Wayne would say.
That's right, yeah.
Why the fuck does Wayne come up on every podcast?
Yeah. Wayne, you're inspired. You're
Oh,
rubbing off on us.
Wayne's going to be on the next episode.
That's true. Actually.
That is true.
That's the
Yes,
next
yes,
episode.
yes.
Use that as a not foreplay. No, that's not the word I was looking for. Foreshadowing. There we go.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
We're gonna use that as first.
We'll use that as foreplay.
Tune into episode 8 of Woody's Massive Tangents, where we foreplay with Wayne Power.
You motherfucker.
I hate the way Woody always called their trailers foreplay. It's just ridiculous. Foreplay for a new album.
Technically, it is.
For everyone, Alan's gonna love this one. What pedals do you use, and do you have your or could you show your pedal boards? Could you show your pedal boards? Don't have pedal boards with us.
Yeah, they're all in Kilmeaden, but I don't know.
Alan is currently building his pedal board, and currently there is the Boss OD1? I think it's the Boss OD1. Why do I know and you don't?
I know microphones.
Or is it
not pedals,
DS1?
but
Sorry, it's a DS1, isn't it? Hold on, let me
what I
check.
actually want to start doing is last night I was talking to Chuck's brother a lot about pedals, and he knows his shit. So
That's exactly who
what
asked the question.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's the DS1. Alan has just the Boss DS1 at the moment.
What I
Or
need to do
Bose.
is I need to just like
Boss.
go up to his house someday and like play the songs
He
on-
has-
while I'm away. And just like let him be like, you need this, your guitar sounds like shit, the intonation's off,
Yeah.
and you're ugly.
The pedals that Chuck brought the last day were lovely. The ones your brothers
they're
ones,
all his,
they're
yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
Oh,
they're
are they?
lovely. Yeah.
He has a big
He has,
muff. He has
the big
two.
muff. I fucking love the big muff. Big
He-
muff is
like, he
class.
He bought a Big Muff bass
Oh,
the
it's so
other day.
good though.
I was
It's
like-
so good. Big muff is like
Like we were watching 21 Pilots last night in the Tree Arena, and before that there was a band called Balu Brigada.
Oh, they're fucking class.
Yeah, they were brilliant. Like, they were so good. Like, it's
yeah.
kind of hard to open for 21 Pilots because
They're really
the
fucking
genre.
good.
There's no genre for them, you know.
Yeah,
I think their
yeah.
genre was just vibe.
Their genre is
absolute straight vibe.
They had
Yeah.
me and Chuck were saying like they had so much musical intelligence. Like they were too good to be playing the genre they were playing.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
playing like indie dance kind
It's
of
good.
music.
Yeah, they're
but
good.
like the musical like aspects of it were really interesting. But after I was talking to Chuck's brother, and he was saying he was like the whole like gig, he was just like looking up on stage trying to see their pedals and stuff.
Yeah, I'd say they probably had them out back, did they?
No, they had it on because he
did
was,
they?
he was
Okay.
telling me, he told me in great detail what they had, and he knew exactly what it was by the color and the shape. So
You'd be
knew-
surprised. The weird
Yeah.
thing about pedals is that color and shape actually tells you exactly what fucking pedal it is.
Yeah.
Even the knockoffs, the only thing you can't tell is knockoff or real, because a lot of knockoffs, like you'll know they're knockoffs because they have whatever the like non-brand name is, but they'll be the exact same color, the exact same shape, and it'll be
Yeah.
like the same font. Like all the Behringer ones, like the Behringer Vintage Overdrive is just like not a green one that I have.
Yeah.
The little green, like that's just a really, really shit knockoff of a Vintage Overdrive,
Mm-hmm.
but it looks identical. The only difference is made of fucking plastic, so it's not built to last. Like, but
It
it's
is a really
identical.
good idea when you think about it, because the advertisement, like if you're making a pedal, it benefits you to make it look different from a distance from the other pedals. and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's how you advertise it. You're gonna watch a band and you're gonna see it on the ground, but you're not gonna be able to read it. Like,
Yeah, true.
so you
yeah,
need to
yeah.
make a distinctive shape and color.
Yeah, but that's
It
it.
does make
All
sense.
the bright colors like are very obvious on pedals, like, but
Mm.
it makes your pedal board kind of look like a little children's coloring book, like. But it's it's it was fine, like.
Yeah,
you know.
I actually like not one pedal's the same color.
Yeah, same with mine.
They're
Like,
all
yeah.
bright except for the preamp.
Yeah, well, you do your pedal board, so
I have a Boss Overdrive. I don't know what the little thingy is. The yellow one.
boss.
We need a Woody equip board.
I have one that makes the guitar go,
Yeah,
and then I have one that makes the guitar go.
Yeah, you have a Boss DS1. I know that for
Is
a
that
fact.
the orangey fella?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So Alan
Kurt
just has a
Cobain.
Boss DS1, but
Orangey
he's building
fella
up.
good.
You
Well,
have
no, not-
the
don't clip that. Not
ODB
Trump.
3.
ODB3.
Yeah.
And then I have a
they're
MXR
right.
compressor. I have
That one's too sensitive.
an
for this
Ampeg
podcast.
preamp. It is the smaller one, not the big one.
Oh yeah.
What else do I have? There is something else. Tuner.
Tuner, yeah. I don't think tuner really
Yeah,
matters.
no.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it's just 3. But I'm gonna get a wah pedal.
What band were we looking at lately that had the wah?
Lithium Lounge.
Oh yeah, it was
Lithium Lounge. Yeah. He used that very well. To be fair to him, he's a very good bassist.
He's a really
yeah.
good stage.
Yeah, he's good
stage
presence. Not getting
yeah.
that from me. Like,
Actually,
when I
that's what
use
I
the wah
said.
pedal, I'm just gonna go.
That's actually what I said to Chuck Spur last night when he was talking about the Balu Brigada. He was on about how like they had their pedals and stuff, and I was like, I didn't even think to look at pedals. I was just trying to look at them, trying to see what dance moves they were doing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to work on my stage presence with Woody, like, you know. So when the songs are easy, I need to be able to go like,
Yeah.
you know. So I was,
Big Peter Cat on it. And just,
Yeah.
my soulless friend.
Fair, I'd be always looking at pedals, but like I don't buy anything expensive. All mine are fairly cheap.
Yeah,
You got a
Most
nice old pedal board going. Yeah.
See, I don't have a lot, so I kind of buy the cheaper ones first. Like say my tuner, the first tuner I got was cheap, and I regretted that, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy a new one whenever this one breaks. It broke after like fucking 2
Is this
months.
the TC Electronic one?
Yeah.
It looks so nice though.
No,
And
so
then
yeah, so I know. So this was it wasn't the TC Electronic, but it was like a knockoff of that. TC Electronic's already cheap enough.
Yeah, that
but it was a
is-
knockoff
yeah.
of that. It was like €25 or something.
Yeah.
I was like, this is great. So I bought it. Fine, lasted me like 3 months, and then it just broke.
Ah.
So now I have the Korg the Korg Pitch Black is the tuner I'm using now.
Because the other one was
that
so
looked pretty.
emo, it was really nice.
Yeah. This one is very digital looking. It's not like, do you know the... What are you fucking laughing?
He's trying to say something. He can't get in.
Sorry. How about we save it for the boys whose faces are actually on the podcast? I'll shut up.
No. Keep going. Honestly,
Go for it.
I really feel like in the last episode there was a moment where all of us were talking about DAWs for music.
Oh yeah, no. I
And you
stopped
were-
and I just went like,
That's what I was like. I dropped my mic there. The second fucking numbers and letters started being thrown out.
look, I know what they make noise, and that's good with me. But I
Yeah.
need to get a new tuner. My one's after bogging out completely. You saw mine last night. So like it has like different displays on how you can do the tuning, but every time the button's pressed, it stops the tune and does like a preview of how it is, right? But after our Goma gig, when we were outside in the dirt, obviously there's just a fuck ton of dirt in the tuner now.
Just take it
So,
apart.
yeah, I can get fucking compressed air from work, so I'm gonna give that a try. And if that don't work, I'm just gonna fuck it out.
Just open it up.
Nah,
I'll open it up for you.
fuck it
Just-
out, like.
it's fine. They're not that bad to...
just dissect it, boy.
Just fucking.
Bit of brute force. But
Actually, my overdrive needs a new little fucking. I don't know, it's like a rubber seal for all the world. The thing to hold the pin in place. It ripped.
like
That was from aggression.
like
That was from me kicking
it's
the
the-
pedal.
it's
like
one
the
of the-
aquatic animal.
What?
Rubber
Oh,
seal.
you motherfucker. Yeah, because
Because that's the battery.
Sorry, I
the
hadn't
battery
said that
goes
in a
under. It's
while,
where the
so.
battery holder is.
yeah, when we used to put the pedal board up on the wall in Ishka, like the only way I could turn on the overdrive was
I was just scratching up the floor. Like, yeah.
no, it was up on the wall, and I was just like fucking pelting it with my heel, like.
But yeah, I'll just run through mine. I just have Korg Pitch Black tuner into Jaguar distortion. It's like just it's cheap enough. Got off some fella in Wexford. He was just selling a load of pedals real cheap and gave me a load of broken ones and was like, here, you can just have these for free. So I was like, just fucking great. So, and then I have that into a Gaiatone distortion. It's the orange and black one. I actually don't know what model that is. Just a Gaiatone distortion. And then I have that running into a really cheap knockoff of a American overdrive pedal. It's fucking, what's the shitty cheap brand off Toman? Harley Benton. It's a Harley Benton vintage American overdrive, and I fucking love it. But I was looking up reviews of it before I got it because I was like, I get this one. I think it was like 35, and the one it's like model after was like I think 190, and I was like, I don't want to invest in it because I don't know how much I'd use. You know, like you fucking buy it and then you're just like, I'd never touch it, like, and then I'm just trying to sell it like for no reason. So I was like, I'll use this one first, and if I like it, I'll just buy the better one. But don't think I'll need to buy the better one. Honestly, it sounds fucking great. So I use that after my distortion, like real heavy fucking distortion. Then I have that running into just a noise gate, just a really shitty cheap noise gate off fucking Amazon or something, because I didn't care about that. And then that's running into a Flamma reverb. And then delay is first actually. I have a really, really small fucking, what would you call that? Slapback delay? Just a small slapback delay pedal, one of the mini pedals. It's it's
This is what happens when a drummer becomes a guitarist of a band. It's like
You might be like have a bit of information on this, but you're currently talking to a guitarist that has one pedal and two basses.
you know what I'll do? I'll actually make it on pedal board, and you can just put it in over while I'm talking about it.
what we'll do. What we'll
Just do
do
that.
is we'll just like speed up that whole section where you're talking about that like 10 times and just have it come up on screen.
Yeah.
You know, like there's
gonna love that, though.
where it's like
So that's
talking
just like-
and then it's like a side angle of him talking. And
Just have it so that's just
Overdub the 2E, be like, it's your Envision talking, and then it's just the 2E, like, yeah, so I think he's talking about the pink one here that has like little clouds on it.
it cuts after like a clock going really fast.
Like, yeah, 'cause it's
man's
like-
over there speaking German. Like,
Like, you're obviously talking and you're answering the question properly. It's just like
this is for a better brain than mine.
Like, right, you know? Let's think about this now, right? The boys, who are the boys now that you love when you were a kid from Waterford?
Emperor.
Emperor, right? When you were a kid, like, you'd be like, oh yeah, watching videos. I love seeing our pedal boards. Like, there's probably a 16-year-old walking around in Luca Records now, like, I'd fucking love to know what tone they're using.
Yeah.
And then it's finally on the podcast and like, oh, they fucking know what they're at by. And then it's like, I got a new tuner there for like the first time in 6 years, like the other week, and like, they're like, "What the fuck?"
We just lost an entire fan base. Every like learning guitarist that likes us is just like, these lads don't know what they're fucking talking about.
You mean I can do that as well? That's class.
We actually didn't use a single pedal. Not one single pedal up until we started recording the next album. Not one. Not
this is
one pedal was being used.
That's
I
what,
use my pedals on every fucking song.
Yeah, yeah.
The only pedals I used for the first 6 years were the kick pedal and the hi-hat pedal.
It's just so funny. Like if you go back to our gigs for the first album, and Alan had a sheet of paper. One sentence he needed to put on the amp.
Oh yeah, I had like a little sheet of paper, like just the like header of the sheet cut off and then like stuck to my amp, just like. And in Bank, like as recently as Bank Lane.
Yeah.
It's like just over a year ago I was doing that and had the distortion pedal.
Yeah. That worked though. To be fair.
But like the only reason I have the distortion pedal is because she got it for me for my birthday.
I think
Birthday's
this,
coming up,
encourage you.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this
That's a
just
fucking
shows like
good
music
distortion
is
pedal.
all vibes. Like
Music
if,
is
you-
vibes.
if your vibe is
Absolutely
good,
vibes.
doesn't matter. Like your pedals, you could have so much pedals and be shit and like be in key, but you could be, you know.
I mean, not one of us owned a pedal up until about 3 years ago.
I bought a wah pedal when I first started playing guitar and I used it a lot, but I never
True,
used it
actually,
gigs.
yeah, but-
I only bought
yeah.
that because I was obsessed with Jimi Hendrix.
And as well, but you were also the drummer, which is kind of why.
Yeah.
So you
but
didn't
like
really
I
get to-
only
yeah,
I
yeah.
only started using the wah pedal. I think I only used the wah pedal once, and I used it in the Theatre Royal gig to play Bananas.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
it.
yeah, true.
Oh, and the Start Fighting Space.
Yeah, I had that over.
I have no idea where that is now.
Yeah, we need to find it because that's a lovely weapon.
Dean
Yeah.
has it, I think.
Oh,
I could be wrong. I thought he did though.
Flynn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I could, I could be wrong.
his
now.
Digitech whammy is in yours.
Yeah, I have a few of his pedals.
Yeah, that Digitech whammy is fucking great.
Yeah,
Is this a red one?
His
Yeah.
stuff is good.
Oh,
Yeah.
you already know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Digitech,
that's
And
amazing.
DLA
That-
McGinley.
Those
Yeah.
whammies are fucking.
Oh my
Some
god.
man.
What's he doing now?
He's over in Thailand now.
Jesus.
Yeah, him and Emily went off there 3-4 weeks ago.
Fuck. Is he
Traveling.
like
Just traveling.
just traveling?
I don't know how long, if they're gone indefinitely or for a year or whatever.
Does he play in any bands now?
Well, not now.
Well, yeah, before Thailand.
He was in a band. I don't know if they were doing a whole lot. They probably were, to be fair, but not too sure.
We've been saying we're going to do a gig with him since we met him. And just never
Yeah,
have.
but the problem was like anytime either like you weren't able to play or say I wasn't able to play, we text him on the day.
yeah, true.
You can't just expect him to rock up and gig with you on the day when you've never played with him before. Like,
Yeah, nah.
But if
Yeah,
there
nah.
ever was a man, it'd be him.
it's you.
No, it'd be him.
is you, yeah.
It'd be him. Like, I think he taught Jimi Hendrix, I think, up in Ballybricken. Like,
I believe it, boy.
I still remember the first time I saw him play. Hendrix.
Was that when?
Hendrix, it was in Central Hall there. Only
Remember?
open mic nights.
Remember?
That is where I saw him for the first time. It was
God.
Central Hall.
core memory.
Yeah, that was a great gig.
Yeah.
It was us, then
And
the lads.
Central. They were called Central Hall.
They were called
Alex
Central
Goss band.
Hall.
They were first, then us.
What a band.
Was it them, then us?
Them, then us.
yeah.
Then,
Then
Stranger Phases.
Yeah,
Stranger Fate. Oh, Jesus, the throwbacks.
Yeah.
they were a good band as well, actually.
They were a great band, yeah. Shame they didn't keep going.
There's another question there for you, MC. There's actually two questions back to back for you.
That's your fan club.
Flat wound or round?
I know who asked me that.
Which is better, is what it says. What's better? Since you've gotten the flat wound ones, I love them. I think they're fun.
Yeah,
I
they're-
know
They
they're lovely.
They've made
Now,
their
I
gears.
will say, and I think it's just my hands are after getting soft, but my hands have been sore after gigs.
I've been moisturizing a lot, maybe, guys, just so you know.
No, my hands have been sore after gigs, but I don't think that's the strings fault. I think it's just my hands are after getting soft.
Just not playing.
Yeah, I'm not playing as
yeah.
much as I used to be, but they're lovely.
Yeah.
Sliding on them. Sliding on them is so nice.
It's like Christmas when you're cutting through the wrapping paper. It just goes.
Yeah.
Jeez, I have to slow myself down, but yeah, I nearly go flat one.
And
I'd
then
probably in the future have one with round, one with flat, just because
The court you use for Fomorians, well,
they're round.
they're round, yeah.
what's your opinion on short scale bases?
I want one. I want one.
That's a good opinion.
I think he likes them.
I also know who that's from.
Sorry for Craig. Sorry for the bag of carrots not weighing properly that one time. What?
What?
We're gonna need to deep dive this.
bag of carrots.
Is this like deep lore that even the band doesn't
There's
know?
deep lore that I don't even know.
I think someone works in Tesco. Is that it?
Oh, it's your brother.
What? What do you mean didn't weigh properly?
I think he weighed you in Tesco one time, and it wouldn't weigh or something. I don't think you knew what he looked like, so he's like, "That's Craig." But
I don't think you've met Chuck's brother, have you?
No, I haven't met.
He was like,
well,
I
I
think
clearly
that's-
have. I didn't know.
he's like, "I think that's Craig." Oh, fuck, these cars aren't working. And you'll never know.
What do you mean they didn't weigh properly? I don't know. Like, did I just do something stupid and then they wouldn't weigh, or what?
I'll get some lore for you.
I'm intrigued now.
He's gonna go home thinking about that and everything. Like, he's gonna go through his bank statements. Fucking.
Jeez, he threw you a fucking what's the saying? He threw you a pipe bomb. No, a curveball.
Curveball.
He threw me a pipe bomb.
He threw you an atomic bomb.
Threw a pipe bomb at you.
Yeah, he threw you a pipe bomb with that question.
That's interesting though. I don't
Or
remember that.
statement.
I just like, you know, when you go shopping and stuff, like
Yeah,
brain off.
it's just
Brain off.
NPCs everywhere. Like,
I don't even know what I'm having. I don't know what I'm in there for most of the time.
I think I'm just in there to be at the will of capitalism.
What?
Oh,
What?
What was that noise about?
What's wrong with you?
what's wrong?
And
You
Why
mean
did, why did
No,
you
I
did,
didn't make
and you did
shit.
this? You did, and you did this. You done that, and then she went. Fucking gingerbread man over the corner. What's going on?
I pinched him.
Oh, okay, okay,
He
that
was
makes sense.
pinching me several
For
times.
a while. I was expecting that reaction. He just did it like,
Try to stay strong.
yeah, you did
I
good.
crumbled.
Good lad. For sure.
Crumbled.
You're strong with your soft hands. Joe, this lad.
What's the timer on actually?
13.
Don't ask.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
I was just wondering when my
Chuck's brother.
pizza's finished by.
The timer
Chuck's
is
brother.
like the old conflict in the Middle East, and we're the Americans. Like, we know what's going on, but we can't reference it out loud. You know.
Oh yes.
think.
That's a good way of viewing the
That's
time.
actually really
It's like you actually really put it into perspective there. Yeah. Thank you.
quite deep. Anyone up for a swim after, huh?
Well, we have a gig.
Yeah, we have a gig
Oh, that's some dose.
in
Ritz.
the Ritz.
Is that your first time in the Ritz?
Yeah.
First time in the Ritz,
I
yeah.
don't even know how we got that.
He just texted us.
Yeah.
I feel like
Banya. Probably Banya. Because
They-
I
Oh,
was
they
gonna
up- they
say-
up there regularly,
I was gonna
actually,
say
yeah.
Jack probably.
yeah, he probably put in the word or something.
probably put you on.
Yeah. Just 2-piece little.
Well, now you're out in these quarters. You may get us a couple of gigs out here.
Well, with the Ritz and the Vic, we've completed it.
Unless you want to play Mars, but like,
I think the High B is doing gigs again.
Murphs.
Murph's a big one to get into, you know.
Yeah.
A big music.
What was that when you said the High B?
High B.
I don't know that place. Where's that?
I
one is
thought
that?
it was
Is that-
closed, to be honest. But I heard there was gigs going on there. Do you know where
On the big hill.
Chipper is on
Yeah.
the corner? It's on the other side.
Your one actually, I think, just lives across the road. We can ask her. She has the van there.
Who's your one?
I don't know, but there's Ivy van.
Is there actually?
Oh,
across
it's
the road,
neighbors.
like normally, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Cool. I need to
Knock on our door.
I need to-
Hello, can I have a gig, please?
I do need to socialize with the neighbors.
Go. Hi.
There's a bounce castle, so it's a perfect day.
Perfect. Yeah.
Hop over that wall at the back there. I've come to play.
Stranger in the garden.
Let me bounce.
Baptized.
Do you remember my bouncing?
Yeah,
I was just about to say
It's
that.
funny is they were actually recording.
I know. Right? No, my dad used to rent out bouncy castles on the side, and he stopped doing it by the time I was like 5 or something. But he kept one of them until I was like,
That's a big slide.
until
You
it
were
fell
fairly
apart.
old.
Yeah, no, it fell. I remember I used to I got into wrestling at the age of like 10 or something, and I have vivid memories of beating the fuck out of my friends and my sister on that bouncy castle.
Was that the slide one?
No, the slide
no.
one was rented because by the time that one was from after the we'll call it the panda because it was a massive panda.
Yeah.
The panda fell apart.
Me and Alan used to kick 50 Shades of shit out of each other in that bounce castle.
It's crazy what my parents let
We
me
used
do.
to turn
on
it
that.
off, leave it like kind of like.
Is everyone okay
blow
with that
out, and we
saying?
could still be in there.
Used to kick 50 Shades of shit. Is that a saying? Is that?
Yeah.
I've
I don't
never
know
heard
if I
anybody
don't know
say
if
that.
50 Shades of shit. Is it? But you say, yeah, you
50
say.
Shades of shit.
That's the new
No, actually, no. I think you're right. I
No,
think-
it
I think
fucking is.
50 Shades. Yeah, you'd say shades of shit of each other, but I think 50 Shades is the proper.
I've
way.
never heard anyone say. Is that where Shades of Grey came out? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, maybe because they're kicking the shit out of each other and coming. So, like,
Here comes the come man.
no, I'm having my
I
breakfast.
swear to God, I'm cooking my dinner. Come on, would you please? Just bounce the castle out next door. Go on into.
Well, Joe, the come man's in me.
Your poltergeist, your horny poltergeist is in the back garden. Can you get him? I don't know if that was actually recorded on the podcast, the come man context, but the come man is the poltergeist.
here he comes. Oh no, please no.
Greg. Greg, the come man, Dumpy.
It's just a coincidence that he has the same name as you. It's-
Yeah, very.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
same full name.
There's
Yeah.
actually like
The middle name and
3 or
everything.
4 Craig Dumphys in Watford.
Yeah.
What?
I knew it.
Yeah, there's several Craig Dumphys in Watford.
What a dumb name.
Do you know, when I first got FIFA, I started managing Swindon Town. Was the first team I managed, and I was going through their team, and there was just pure coincidence. First, one of the lads that I was playing up front from was called Alan O'Brien. I was like, "There can be but one," and I sold him.
Sold him.
Sold him.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, that's a good story, man.
yeah. I was like, "No, I'm the only Alan O'Brien in this town."
I used to name mine really stupid names. So I never gave him a.
What was your name? Was it Gronk?
Oh, in
That's good.
Grog.
That's good.
Grog.
Grog.
I work with a fella who looks really like Grog, and every time
Do
I
you
see
remember
him-
Grog? You played pro clubs with us.
Yeah, the
didn't you?
Metsala boy.
Oh, Woody
Grog.
Pro Clubs. I mean, come on.
Yeah, man, those were good times. We used to get so angry at each other.
I didn't play enough of it, so I didn't really get
It
the.
was like me.
Anytime I was there, it was just like free for all. It was just chaos. Like it was.
See, me and Keen played it like week in and week out, and then like
Yeah.
everybody started coming on, and like you played it a good bit as well. To be fair, but you're not much of a like play video games.
No.
But like, I would be giving out, and then people would be giving out to each other, and then I'd just give up and be like, I just can't be arsed anymore. Like, yeah, just get really depressed. Like, just like, ooh, we'll play Annie.
Never really had much time for FIFA. To be fair, never really.
I
got
used
into
to
it.
like get into phases of being obsessed with FIFA, and I'd play it like I'd lose my whole life to it for like weeks at a time, but then I wouldn't play it for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
might play it like non-stop for 3 weeks and forget about it.
Yeah, I got this year's one, and it was good at the start, and then they released a patch, updated the gameplay, and it was just a pile of shit.
Really?
So you know, like the momentum thing, where like if you have momentum in the game, you'll win the game, kind of thing. So you could be like, I obviously played online, I played against people, so I would know I'm a better player, but like stupid things that wouldn't happen all game would just switch and would happen the whole time.
That's so stupid because isn't momentum just a psychological thing?
Yes.
It's not an actual physical factor in sports.
Yeah, no, it's like this is like it's a bit of a conspiracy to be fair, right? But you can just the whole gameplay changes. Like if you
like
play
the
a fella,
algorithm.
it's almost like their big brother took the controller, but they're not actually doing anything else.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything special at all. It's just your gameplay's gone to shit and they start scoring goals.
You're more likely to lose winning 3-1 than being behind by 1 goal. I cannot explain it. It is
Yeah.
a devil's game. Like if you're hammering a fella, it's harder to play the game after you're hammering someone than it is to just barely be up.
It's like skill-based handicap.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah, yeah.
that is exactly what it is. And it's
That's
so fucking jarring. And I just once that came along, I was like, okay, yep, done. Deleted it off my PlayStation. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like when I went to golf the other day and like went with a load of lads who were, you know, far better than me. They were getting 4s, 5s, 3s. First 2 holes, 4, 5, phenomenal. 9. 9. Got to the end of the game like 40 handicap. And I was like, I came third. This is fucking great.
I don't mind it in golf.
It's evil.
It's the same kind of thing though. Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
on a more yeah. That's fucking Jesus. I won't be a fan of that now.
Yeah, it's annoying, especially when you're playing in like division rivals.
Yeah.
I would be like if I was playing like casual, I'd be like, yeah, all right, whatever. Like I don't care about losing this.
Yeah. Yeah, you were going to say something and then you done this.
I just remembered the Dire Straits album, but I forgot it. I forgot to listen
Oh
to it.
fuck!
I did not.
That's fine.
I know the songs, but like,
Yeah.
there's no
money
point
for
me-
nothing.
There's no point in me just going, yeah. When I think about this song, and you're like,
All right, Simon Harris.
It's like
Who made him the fucking minister for Dire Straits? What does he know? There's fucking throwing around titles in this government.
Yeah. We'll talk about a different album. How far into What Am I do you think we are?
on the table. Amsterdam till now because
Okay.
it's being rewritten.
I am a
Great White Bear was only written about 3 months ago. 2 months ago, January is when
I was there when that was. Well,
Yeah.
no, I wasn't. I was actually absent, but I drove up the drive, and I could hear him and Keane jamming out this like bluesy Black Keys, early Black Keys type of beat.
Handstide was written just before I came home from Amsterdam. Nevermind is fucking 4 years old. I wrote that in Switzerland, but we completely redone it. So that's 4 years old. But it's different now, so I don't know. Put Your Hands Where I Can't See Them is Amsterdam. Odd Socks I really don't remember. You wrote the drums for that a long time ago.
Oh, that was before you went to Amsterdam, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wrote the words.
That was I don't know if it was like words
it was-
made, but it was definitely made while the first album was being like.
I think it was 2022.
Recorded.
It was around, I think, the
right.
start of 2022. And then I only actually wrote words for it in 2023 when I was moving away.
Yeah.
At the Zoo was written 4 months ago, maybe. Late Departure was written, like the words were written last week. I love it, the words were written last week. So it's all within the last year-ish, except for 2. Yeah. So, 2 years. Fucking
So
almost
we're
full
probably-
year. 2 years, yeah. So that's not
We're
that
probably
bad.
like, are we like 40% through it now?
I would say 40% true, but like I feel like when we get like, cause say, what song was I working on? Like While I'm Away is starting to sound very good, and I just need to re-record some stuff for that. But I've put in very little to no effort in it, so I feel like the production of Nevermind has just fucking killed me, murdered me for time. Like it's just fucking, it's just brutal. It's the break of my heart. This album, like it's actually, it's killing me. Like
It does sound great.
That guitar is insane.
yeah,
That's the most difficult riff
it's
of all the Willie songs.
just production wise, it's just. It's a nightmare. Like that part sounds lovely, but it's just so hard to fucking finish it. Like,
Yeah.
the rest of the songs will be super easy to produce. The other hardest one to produce will either be Odd Socks because it's polished. Yeah, that's it pretty much.
Well, that's grand anyway. You can take your time with. You're a hungry boy, are you?
I was like, no, it's still loud. God damn my gastric juices. You foiled me once again.
Chuck saw me. I didn't know where it was coming from. I was like,
What's your plan today?
my
Sorry for
plan
interrupting you.
is to do something
That's a good plan. I have the same plan most days.
The thing I love about Dire Straits, right, is that sometimes
What the fuck is that timer going off? Like, come on.
why is it taking so long?
The thing I love about I guess we're finished.